This is why you got to have your wits about you when you're walking out in the countryside. Because if my eyes weren't open, I would have missed a little entrance there through them bushes. There's an historic landmark down there. I would have completely missed it if I hadn't bumped into this other hiker. Because I'm not familiar around these parts. It's the first time I've come out here. It's near Ingleby, Derbyshire. I normally go over the other side, over Formart, where the reservoir is. But this is nice, it's near the river. It's a nice little bit. Especially today, sun's out. Beautiful. Yeah, I was getting kind of lost. So it's lucky I bumped into him. It's right over there. Let's get a little look. Yeah, he had a little bit of an accent to him. I said, "Where are you from?" He says, "Oh, I'm from Latvia." I was like, "Okay." This look a little cave. That's why I come out to the countryside. I love it. You get loads of little places like this, just hidden away. Probably a little robber's den from back in the Middle Ages. But yeah, like I was saying, he said he's from Latvia. He goes, "Yeah, I love walking in the countryside in England." He says you can't do it in Latvia. It's all private property, private land. You're stuck to the cities and towns. He goes, "But in England you can more or less walk where you want and enjoy the countryside." Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? The way to lock off the countryside to the people in different countries and just keep everything to themselves. Selfish. It's a nice little meadow, isn't it? Nice little pasture for the sheep. It's like Epictetus or Epictetus, whichever way you pronounce his name. And someone was asking him, "Why didn't you speak? Why do you withhold your speech?" And he goes, "Well, why didn't you hear? Why don't you listen?" Is it an account of me not speaking, or is it an account of you not listening? He said, "Not everybody's a pasture. Some people are just stones and bread. You know, it's not very appetizing." I thought it was very profound. It's like that other saying, isn't it? Casting pearls among swine. Sometimes you just gotta withhold your talk, man. Because some people aren't bothered. They don't care. They don't want to hear what you gotta say. Which was another thing that he pointed out as well, concerning that. You know, it's all right blaming some people who don't want to listen to you, but it's like, have you ever looked at yourself? They might not be wanting to listen to you for a reason. He said, "Have you noticed that birds of a feather flock together?" As in, the people that you surround yourself with, if they're of a low nature, they'll finally grind you down to their level, and you'll be doing the same dumb stuff that they do, and you're glorifying it because you'll be one of them, even though you don't want to. You put it, the analogy is coals. Some ignited coals, some dead coals. He says, if you're amongst coal, you're going to get soot on your shoulder. You know. But it's one of them ones, isn't it? Are you going to ignite the coal next to you, or is the dead coal next to you going to deaden you? Well, there's a little track there. Let me have a little look. Yeah, very thought-provoking. It says if you're a positive person and you hang around a lot of negative people, positive people tend to get drawn down to the negative level. But he said, is that an account of it, the people being more powerful than you? Or is it something else? Because like you said, concerning the point of people listening or hearing what you have to say, some people ain't listening to you on the account of it's not coming from your heart. And he said it's on account of that. People are very negative, mundane. They love it with all their heart. They love it with all their being, which is all, you know, it's all fair and well. But he said that's why they're so powerful, and that's why they bring positive people down with them. Because they love doing what they're doing, wholeheartedly. People are trying to keep to a high ideal, or heighten themselves. More times often than not, don't even believe in the ideals that they talk about themselves. It's not coming from the heart. So it sounds all wooden. And people can pick up on it. That's why most times often than not, they tell people to shut up, shut their mouth. Because they're watching your actions as well. Does your actions fall in line with your ideals and what you're talking about? And how you're trying to sway people. Even though your intentions might be good, you're not falling in line with your aspirations. And it's not coming from the heart. Because you still want to do the same old dumb old things. That's in your heart, really. And it takes time. It takes time for it to sink in you. You're constantly struggling with yourself, aren't you? It's a battle. That's why it's easier to go along with the crowd. It's easier because everything's already set. You know, gravity's already pushing down, isn't it? It takes more effort to use them wings, them angelic wings, them symbolic wings you see in paintings. And people think it's some supernatural angels with wings. No, it's symbolic. It's symbolic of flight, of mental flight, of a spiritual flight. So you can reach the heights, and the wings as like an open book. An open book. It looks similar to opened wings. Intellectual, spiritual flight, you know. It takes effort. Yeah, Epictetus or Epictetus. It might even be pronounced something different, I don't know. But yeah, man, them philosophers are deep. Coming from them old Egyptian schools and Syrian schools of thought. And carrying it over into Greece. Setting up satellite schools from the Egyptian mystery systems. philosophy, the lover of wisdom, the lovers of wisdom. Yeah, man, you have to try. You have to at least try. I feel anyway. Try and be that angel, as it were. You know, some people don't want to do it. They just want to be that devil. Fair play to you. You know, everyone's got their own life to lead, I suppose. There's a little trail as well. You see, all of this could probably take me all the way to Robin Wood. I haven't been there before. It's going to take me too long, man. Get there when it's night time. I ain't got time for that today. The good old British countryside. Yeah, it's lovely, man. It's lovely in the summer. Do you know what? Here's me chatting. I don't even think I came down this way, you know. We'll soon find out. If not, I'll just backtrack on myself. I was too busy chatting to the guy. When I was walking around this field, I couldn't see any other way out of it until I bumped into him, you see. I didn't really take note of my surroundings, which was a bit silly of me. But it's the general direction anyway. Push comes to shove, I just go onto the main road and just follow the road back. It ain't no thing, man. Nice and peaceful. I bumped into a few women earlier on. Like I've always said, when you're walking in the countryside, people normally say hello to you or they give you a little nod because you're the only people out there. So it's pretty hard to blank somebody while you're out here and not look ignorant. But while I was walking past them, there's about 4 of them. You know, I was looking at them all to catch eye contact, you know, just to say a little polite hello. I had a couple of dogs with them. None of them were looking at me. So I was like, okay, cool. Fair play. I'll just walk, go about my business. And then all of a sudden, after they walked past, one of the older ones turned around and said, "Are you alright?" Kind of condescendingly, you know what I mean? As if it was like I was being rude for walking past them. And I thought to myself, you can't like not give me any eye contact, walk straight past me and then be vexed at me. You know what I mean? I was looking at you all while you were walking past. You know? Which I thought was a bit silly. And if she was on her own, she wouldn't have said nothing at all anyway, so yeah, you can keep them little silly bits to yourself, man. I'm not interested. If you're going to be polite, be polite. Or just leave me be. Right, yeah, I didn't come this way, but this is leading onto the main road. This was the lane that I was looking for in the first place. It's a little bit further down the road, but there you go. But yeah, Yeah, countryside's nice out here.